Hi everybody, you're probably here to look at how to create a poster on Pinterest or any social media board using Illustrator. Today I'm going to once again pick a quote from George R. R. Martin that says, "There is good and evil on both sides of every war ever fought." Pretty cool, huh? I'm excited for season 4, you guys! Anyway, here's what this video is just all about how to set up your piece in the first place. First thing I do is I just go on Pinterest, go on Google image search, and find stuff that I'm interested in. For this particular piece, I kind of wanted to do an Art Deco look. So I just grabbed a few images here and thought I'd examine them and go over them with you. This is the best way really to set up any piece that you're working on. When you really, when you want to think about it, just do tons of research. Just keep a little inspiration page like this, and let the ideas sort of bubble through your head. So first of all, here's this really neat invitation. Kind of has an Art Deco look. The Art Deco look has lots of thin lines, lots of half circles and sort of glassy looking rectangles, and a lot of times there's the letters have 3 lines on their upstroke, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but looks like this. The whole look is just a little more delicate and a little more angular than kind of what we're used to looking at. I picked this other piece down here, which also has kind of an Art Deco look to it. This piece is also kind of a mess. I don't know. I mean, it's fun to look at, but the best way to make your dreams come true. It just is really hard to read. I kind of have a headache after looking at all this. So, the takeaway from this is, just pick 2 or 3 fonts, to work with, maybe 4. And I get it, these are art pieces, they're not, it's not supposed to be readable or anything, but this is, this is a chance for you to, show how clearly you can design, as well as how crazy you can get with, all the fun little scrolls and all that kind of stuff, because you can just go nuts with that. Here's a really cool, I think this is an advertisement for a font. It's Neo-Orient type. I don't know, I couldn't find it, but I really like that picture. And here's a really cool Art Deco dragon. Khaleesi, anyone? And here's some really cool Art Deco designs. I'm going to use these as an inspiration a little bit later on for some of our banners and some of our doohickeys, things like that. It's a lot of fun to look at. Let's see here. So the first thing you want to do is take your text and figure out what is important and what is not in it. There is good and evil, right? So good and evil are kind of the things you're emphasizing. A good rule of thumb is to take all the ands, ons, ofs, all those little words and de-emphasize them. You don't have to go nuts with them. Unless they're super important, but yeah, you can really, sort of make it a little more visually clear if you bring those down. So we got big good, big evil on both sides of every war ever fought. So this is sort of a good template to work on. Of course it won't look like this in the end, but this sort of has a cascading feel to it. And now our next step is choosing some fonts. I'm going to back out of here. I picked a whole bunch of Art Deco looking fonts. What I like to do is pick at least one script, one sans serif, which is it doesn't have the little sort of end pieces on the letters like this one does, the modern. The Futura here is just nice and straightforward, and I like to pick one serif font. I don't know, it's just you sort of take a look at these. By the way, these are the names of the fonts. So this is Astaire, this is Ballet, this is Futura, this is Eccentric. If you want to know where to get fonts, let me tell you something. This is the designer's biggest secret. dafont.com. go there. Tons of free fonts, or for a small donation, maybe you can get any font you want. And they're not just fonts. Like you can get all kinds of scroll work. You can get little, like clip art. It's a great resource. Go there, look around. I mean, they have the most amazing search engine. Do it. Okay, so anyway, let's go back to our good and evil here. I think maybe I'll keep those in the same font. What do we think? Austere? Maybe. Okay, now here's what I'm doing. I'm clicking on this, clicking on that. I shift clicked it on that, so it selects both. And then use the I key, just the letter I on your keyboard. And when you hover that over a font, you get this tiny little T up in the corner. I don't know if you can see that. You get a tiny little T, and that'll select the font for your words. See? Isn't that neat? And it just makes your words that font. So, so if you lose track, of what font you used or whatever, if you can find it somewhere else on your page, you can just use your I key, click it, it's all done. Let's see, good and evil on both sides of every word. You know what? I love this font, but I think it's a little too thin. Maybe it's not like saying enough. Maybe let's go for the ballet here. Sorry, I have the slowest computer in the world. Okay. Good and evil. Yeah, that could work. And I have a fun idea for the good and evil here. I think I might make this line of the V, I might echo it with a little arrow, and then put a halo on one of the O's here for the good, and make it look like the arrow is going up to the halo. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So I'll do this and on. I'm gonna I'll do that maybe in the austere here. Oof. Those got real big. It also adds to it picks the size that you picked as well. So I'm just going to bring this down maybe to 10 points or something. Yeah, that's pretty good. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. So there we see, ooh, we got some bad kerning on the and. Unless there's a space in there. That's weird. Okay. And there is, let's go maybe with our Boulevard font. Yeah. Works for now. There it is. Good and evil on both sides of every war. So you could play around with this, I mean, you could literally spend days picking the right fonts on things, or, whatever will satisfy you. Let's see. I'll do a gaslight for this. Ooh, that looks cool. I love it. Okay. Oh, and just so you know, I took this ever fought text. Let me show you how I do that real quick, and I put it on an arc. I'm using my L key for the ellipse, drawing a circle, going over to type on a path. I'll type up here ever. G. Yes, I know, it's huge. Bring it down, girl. Okay, there we go. So Everfought, as you can see, it's off balance. What I do, the way I've taught myself to do it is go to paragraph here on your type palette. Here you have character, here you have paragraph. Paragraph, center, and then I just press R for rotate, enter. Angle 180 degrees. So basically it centers it at the bottom, and then I just rotate the whole thing up. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but that's just the way I taught myself. So I don't know if you guys have any better ideas, please let me know. I'm by no means an expert. I'm self-taught. But I have been a graphic designer for years, and you just say, sometimes you just get into habits. You sort of are unaware of like little tricks and tips. I don't know, even graphic designers older than me are doing things that I'm like, why did you do it that way when you could just click a button? And anyway, that said, I'm not crazy about that font because it's the same as War. Let's go to Futura up here. I'm using, once again, my I key. Click. Now we just made our Futura really big. Yeah. Alright. bring it down once again. 9 points. I don't know. I just sort of guess. I'll bring it up maybe. And okay. All right. Once again, paragraph center, which is this align center, second button in here, and there we go. Got it. Okay. So there's good and evil on both sides of every. Oh, I forgot of every. Let's make that boulevard as well. Yeah. Once again, the I think I typed this in all caps. I'm gonna retype it. In lowercase. Bring that size again. Yeah. Usually, I don't have that problem with the sizing. I just sort of I made those fonts really big so that you guys could see them, and now I just sort of bonk myself up here, but that's okay. All right. So there's good and evil on both sides of every war ever fought. I feel like the good and the evil in the war, those fonts they're a little too similar. Maybe I'll change the one for the war, change it to this modern 735. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Okay. And then I'll, just for fun, I'm going to throw in a big kerning here. Well, no, I'll just leave it. I'll leave it. Okay. So there we have our basic setup. And, this is kind of a fun way for you to, just work things out. Now, what I was going to do next is make a banner. Now, there are plenty of banners, or ribbons, sometimes they're called, that you can download, once again, from DaFont. Or I'm going to torture you guys, and I'm going to show you how to make your own. I'll save that for the next video, but, maybe this was a nice way to show you how to set up a piece, and hang in for the next one. Thanks.